Imagine we are sitting down inside the house and we need to get something from a local supermarket. There might be cold outside, there might be rain outside, there might be hot outside, but the thing is, I really need to get something. My kind of life depend on it. Either I need this thing for a dinner or lunch, something which is really important to me. If it's a cold, I'm gonna put on a jacket and I'm gonna go. If it's a rain, I'm gonna take an umbrella, I'm gonna go. But rather than telling yourself all the excuses, and this is very true and it's happened to me as well, the sooner you can actually come out of it, and rather than finding the problems, try to find the solution, your whole mindset will change. So rather than thinking about it, is it too late to get started? It is too competitive to get started. You should be asking yourself this question: how I can actually stand out? How I can actually bring something which is unique on the table as well. So focus your energy onto the positive kind of things as compared to spending your time onto the negative side of things as well, and then burn out and not get started. So have the right kind of mindset. Think about, my life depend on it. I really need to do it at the end of the day. And then you have to really push that button. Either you're going to learn a lesson, or either you're going to win at the end of the day as well. I don't really believe in failures. So you have to have that kind of mindset before you actually think about getting started as well. Because anything can be possible. The person who is making that much money, he is a human being like us as well. So you got to believe in yourself, and then rather than try to find all the excuses, you have to have a positive mindset. I've been struggling with this from really long time before I got started, but it is really super important to take action, because this is where you're going to see a difference. A lot of people say, well, either I start selling on eBay or Amazon or Shopify. What do I do at the end of the day as well? All these platforms are good. None of them is bad. You can make full-time income from Shopify, you can make full-time income from eBay, you can make full-time income on Amazon. I will suggest sell on all three of them eventually, but start with one of them. If you ask me, like my preference, I will start with eBay, then I will start with Amazon, and then I go to Shopify. The reason I do that, because eBay is easier to understand. There are not a lot of restriction. You can start with a lower budget. On Amazon, it's little bit of restriction. They have some products that you need a permission to list those products as well. And Shopify, obviously, it is going to be how you're gonna find the customers. You have to use paid ad at the end of the day as well. So I will start from eBay, then go to Amazon, and then go to Shopify. Eventually, you're gonna build your brand where people will go directly onto your website. So a lot of people ask me, okay, I gonna start selling on eBay and Amazon. What will be the best business model? Shall I do drop shipping? Shall I do wholesale? Shall I do retail arbitrage? Shall I do private label? What is the best business model? To be honest with you, at the end of the day, all of these business models have a potential to make full-time income. You can make decent money and go full-time with only one business model. It can be drop shipping, it can be retail arbitrage, it can be wholesale, private label, whatever. At the end of the day, you have to sit down and you think about how much do you know, how much you are willing to risk, and what you can do in these current circumstances. Rather than trying to debate yourself, okay, well, if I do drop shipping, then the delivery times are not faster, and then I'm relying on my supplier and the supplier will run out of stock. Okay, with the drop shipping, I don't have to spend money upfront, so that's good. All right, I go wholesale. With the wholesale, I'm gonna have to spend money upfront. I'm gonna buy a private label product from China. I'm gonna have to spend money upfront. And then I'm taking a risk, but that's not the risk with the drop shipping. At the end of the day, you get the point. None of the business model is going to be 100% risk and headache free. To some degree, you can eliminate the risk. You can minimize a lot of risk as well, but those will either have to come with you having more knowledge or spending more money. There are solutions to each and every problem which exists out there. But either you will have to spend more money or spend more time, learn more stuff about it as well. So my point at the end of the day, Get started from wherever you can, do what you can now, and then scale it to the next level. Don't just always stay confused and not get started with anything. A lot of people talk about, I want to sell on eBay, I want to sell on Amazon. Shall I stick to one niche, or I try a different products as well? Because the product research, and I will come to, obviously in a third tip, I will talk about the product research as well. But the product research is a fundamental of your business. This is a backbone of your business, especially the e-commerce business. If you have a good product and people are willing to buy it, this is where you're going to make money. I would say if you're a new seller and you don't know what product to sell, try the products from a different niche and see what sticks out at the end of the day as well. I sell mobile phone and accessories, but that doesn't mean you will be able to sell those successfully as well. You might have a different niche which you really find it lucky for you at the end of the day as well. I'm a strong believer in luck. So if you are in the beginning, rather than try to focus on a niche, try to focus on finding the profitable products at the end of the day as well. Then eventually you're going to find out this is the particular niche which is doing really well, and for the long term you need to stick to that particular niche. But in the beginning, don't worry about it. For the long term benefit, you can make a brand name out of it if you are selling in something particular, and then it is easier to source the product as well. So let's say there is only a couple of factories in China, in my case 2 or 3, which are my mobile phone and accessory suppliers. I am dealing with them only because they are making each and everything as well. But before I started mobile phone accessories and each and everything as well, I tried different types of niche as well, but eventually I settled on mobile phone and accessories because I had a mobile phone shop, so it was really aligned with my physical business at the same time. But if you are new, don't worry about the niche. Try to sell anything, everything, see what sticks out at the end of the day. Thing which is also super important is getting the proper registration. You have to think about the bigger and longer picture of the thing. This is going to be your brand. This is going to be your asset one day as well, and you need to protect it. From the beginning, I always suggest getting the proper registration done. There are the companies out there like Awesome. They only charge you £12 and they will get your limited company incorporation, and they will get you business bank account as well. It only costs you £12 and they will do each and everything for you. But if you are somebody who is just starting out, you're thinking about, okay, well, at this point, I'm just gonna go as a sole trader. I'm not ready for a limited company, which I highly recommend if you are selling on Amazon. Amazon will actually block your account at some point if you are not properly registered business. So I suggest getting that done first. It's only cost you £12. I will leave the link for them inside the description as well. Backbone of any business is a product research, and a lot of people, they get it wrong, and I really want to make it clear how to really do it at this point as well. So listen to me very carefully. The first point is, listen, we are not Isaac Newton. I'm not a scientist. I'm not gonna invent something and make something from a scratch. If I do it, yes, if that product is good, I'm gonna make a ton of money out of it. But most of us, we have to sell an existing product either to newer customer or sell that product with a better idea. And I give you one example right here. One of the most successful item that I have on Amazon is my iPhone charging cable, and you say, Zen, it's just a standard iPhone cable. Why you are selling it as compared to other people? There are many people out there selling the same item, and why you are on the top of the rank? Why you are getting a lot of sales as well? The reason for that, because my iPhone charging cable is 2 meter, 3 meter and 5 meter long, and I came up with this idea when there was no other people selling the longer cable. Everybody was selling 1 meter standard iPhone cable, and it is the same product. I sold it to a newer audience with a better idea. The people who want to charge their phone and they don't have a plug next to them, very close to them. So same product, different idea as well. Another thing you have to keep in mind as well, and this is where I will give you another example. A lot of people have this mentality. Let's say I want to go from London to Paris. Of course I can walk, no problem. Like I will walk from here to Dover, and then I swim, and then I will be on the other side, and then I will walk again. And come on, that's how realistic it's gonna be at the end of the day. It's not impossible. Of course, it is possible, but you're gonna be walking, you're gonna be swimming, and then you're gonna be walking again. Eventually, you're gonna get there, but how your journey is going to be, you got the point at the end of the day as well. To do the product research, there are the tools out there, which can really help you to do this job effectively. So one of the tool for eBay product research is called Zik Analytics. So once I type 5-meter iPhone charging cable inside the Zik Analytics, I can see the sell-through rate for this one is really, really good right here as well. So it is giving me the sale from last 30 days is 98,693, which is crazy considering this product right here. This is only in the UK market, and 74% is a success rate for this particular product. That's really good. And then this product is not really a seasonal product. This is being sold throughout the year. And this is very diversified among many sellers as well. So not one or two sellers are actually trying to dominate this space. So I can look more into it as well. So for example, if this is the type of cable which I want to sell right here, or this is the type of cable which I want to sell right here, I can just simply click right here, and Zik Analytics will actually find me the supplier for that particular product as well. So this is also saves me tons of time. Obviously, I will leave the link for the detailed video about Zik Analytics inside the description. And there are the similar tools on Amazon, like the tools like Jungle Scout. The thing is, at the end of the day, everybody have a different criteria. I will leave the video about my product research when I use Zik Analytics for eBay. I have a full video on that, and I will show you my product criteria in that particular video. But what I recommend at the end of the day is you watch the video from at least 3 different people on using a same tool. Either it is a Jungle Scout or Zik Analytics, whatever, because everybody gonna have a different method and different way they're gonna approach. There is no right and wrong when it comes to using these kind of tools as well. Once you list these products onto eBay or Amazon, you need to make sure your pictures and titles are actually standing out from other people as well. This is the same picture of the same product, and this is the same item in this picture as well. Look how those two pictures are different. Eventually, if you are a buyer, what kind of picture you're gonna click on at the end of the day? Of course, you're gonna click on the second one because it's a more high quality image. So the people, once they decide to buy something, they don't have that thing physical in their hand. They are buying it online, so the only thing they can see is your pictures. So spend a little bit extra time on your picture. Nowadays this is a lot easier as compared to in past as well. Your mobile phone is more than enough, and then just take your pictures outside in a natural light as well, because the lights that we have inside, unless you have a professional lighting, the lights like a ceiling lights is not really a high quality. Natural light is a lot better, and I will say natural lighting is a lot better than even the professional indoor lighting as well. And then also the title, how you actually optimize your listing as well. So once you make your title, both Helium 10, Jungle Scout, and also Zik Analytics, they have a title optimizer. So any type of word, like a phrase that you are using, you can actually compare that, like how many people actually use that phrase when they are looking for that product. So as compared to, let's say I am selling iPhone cable, how many people call it iPhone cable and how many people call it iPhone lead, I can see the analytics inside the tools. Either it is for Amazon or either it is for eBay. And of course, I'm going to call it what other majority of people are calling it. So this is what you're going to need to bring a traffic. This is how your customer going to find these listings as well. So spend a lot of time on your titles and pictures and try to make sure they are high quality and well optimized. You have to think of bigger picture right from the start as well. Once you start selling, you pick the name for your product. As I said, ideally you want to register a limited company so nobody else can use that name as well. Then try to have a social media presence like a Facebook page, Instagram page, TikTok, YouTube channel. All of those has to be secured right from the beginning, where you secure the name on each and every one there. And then you want to post a lot of content about the product that you are selling, why people should buy it. It can be the pictures, just even the simple pictures. You don't have to go into details of that. And then once we are using, let's say, a packing, to send the products out to your customer, try to have them little bit personalized. So this is the way, even though you are selling on eBay and Amazon, customers are getting familiar with your brand, with your name. And eventually, once you move on to Shopify, this is where you will not have to spend a lot of money on a paid marketing, because your customers are already familiar with it as well. So do not underestimate the power of social media. Right from the start, try to have a presence on these platforms, and then eventually once you move on to Shopify, it gonna really save you tons of paid ads. It's gonna really save you tons of headache, and you're gonna get more loyal customers. So the last thing which I'm gonna talk about is, I have mentioned couple of things in this particular video. Number one, eBay product research using a Zik analytic. Number two, I have mentioned listing the product. Number three, I have mentioned how you can do the posting for your product. Obviously, that's also the part of that. I have 3 dedicated videos to these topics. I'm gonna leave the link for that inside the first comment. Just look at the first comment and then just say thanks, and you can watch those videos as well. Please, I don't waste any of your time asking people to subscribe to the channel, all that kind of stuff in the beginning. So please, if you made it this far, just click the subscribe button. That will be massive help. And also those videos gonna pop up here right now as well.